In the great, endless expanse of existence, beyond the boundaries of time and space, exists a force unlike any other, the Supreme Lord Shiva. He is the destroyer, yet the savior. He is fierce, yet compassionate. He is beyond birth and death, beyond illusion, beyond everything that the mortal mind can grasp. The appearance of Shiva. Shiva's form is both fearsome and divine. Every aspect of his being carries deep symbolism. His hair holds the mighty river Ganga, which flows from the heavens. If not for him, its force would have destroyed the earth. The moon on his head represents control over time and mind. A single glance from his third eye can destroy entire worlds, burning away illusions. The deadly cobra Vasaki coils around him, showing his mastery over death and fear. He wears the skin of a tiger, symbolizing victory over animalistic desires. His trident represents creation, preservation, and destruction, the cycle of life itself. His drum beats the rhythm of the universe, from which all sound and existence arise. Shiva smears himself with the ash of the cremation grounds, reminding all that life is temporary and all must return to dust one day. Why Shiva lives in cremation grounds? Unlike other gods who reside in heavenly realms, Shiva chooses to live among ashes, ghosts, and spirits in the cremation grounds. He does not fear death, he embraces it. He is the ultimate renunciate, showing that life and death are illusions, that everything must be accepted. Devotees believe that Shiva's presence in the graveyard is a blessing, ensuring that those who pass away under his watch are freed from the cycle of rebirth. The beginning of Shiva, beyond birth, beyond time. Unlike other deities, Shiva has no beginning. He was never born, nor will he ever perish. Some say he is Swayambhu, the self-created one. He existed before the cosmos took form and will remain when everything dissolves. It is said that when Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma once debated over who was supreme, a great pillar of fire appeared before them. The pillar was endless. Brahma flew upwards to find its top, and Vishnu dived downwards to find its base, but neither succeeded. That infinite pillar was Shiva, the eternal truth, the one beyond comprehension. Shiva and Sati, the tragic love story. Shiva was once a detached ascetic, indifferent to the world. But fate had other plans. The beautiful Sati, daughter of King Daksha, was destined to be his wife. She was deeply in love with him, but her father, Daksha, hated Shiva. He saw him as a wild, uncivilized god, unworthy of his daughter. Sati, determined, performed severe penance to win Shiva's heart. Pleased by her devotion, Shiva married her. However, Daksha never accepted their union. One day, Daksha held a grand yajna, sacrificial ritual, but deliberately did not invite Shiva. Sati, hurt and angered, went to the yajna anyway, hoping her father would accept her. But Daksha insulted Shiva publicly, calling him a destroyer, a mad ascetic unfit for divine status. Humiliated, Sati could not bear the insult and sacrificed herself in the fire of the yajna. When Shiva heard of this, his rage knew no bounds. He unleashed Virbhadra, a fierce warrior, who stormed the yajna, destroyed everything, and beheaded Daksha. But Shiva's anger soon turned to grief. Carrying Sati's lifeless body in his arms, he wandered across the universe, lost in sorrow. To end his suffering, Lord Vishnu used his Sudarshan chakra to cut Sati's body into pieces. These pieces fell across India, becoming the Shakti Pithas, sacred places of divine energy. Shiva withdrew into deep meditation, retreating to Mount Kailash, lost to the world. The rebirth of Sati as Parvati. The gods, fearing Shiva's detachment, prayed for his return. Sati was reborn as Parvati, daughter of King Himavan. From childhood, she was devoted to Shiva and performed great penance to win his heart. But Shiva tested her devotion. Disguised as a sage, he mocked himself, asking why she would love a wild ascetic like him. Parvati remained firm, praising Shiva's greatness. Finally, he accepted her, and their grand wedding was celebrated by the gods. From their union, 2 powerful sons were born. Kartikeya, the warrior god, who led divine armies against demons. Ganesha, the elephant-headed god, the remover of obstacles. The Nilakanth story. Once, during the great Samudra Manthan, the gods and demons sought the nectar of immortality. But before they could reach it, a deadly poison, Hala, emerged from the depths. Its fumes alone were enough to destroy the universe. Terrified, the gods begged Shiva for help. Without hesitation, he drank the poison, holding it in his throat to prevent it from spreading. The venom turned his throat blue, earning him the name Nilakanth, the blue-throated one. This act of self-sacrifice saved the cosmos, proving once again that Shiva is the protector of all. Shiva as Nataraja, the cosmic dance. Shiva is not only the destroyer but also the cosmic dancer. His Tandava, a powerful dance, symbolizes the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. When Shiva dances in anger, the universe trembles. But when he dances in bliss, the world thrives. His dance is not just movement. It is the heartbeat of existence. Shiva and Ravana, the power of devotion. Ravana, the powerful king of Lanka, once tried to lift Mount Kailash to prove his might. But Shiva, with just a single toe, pinned him to the ground. Realizing his mistake, Ravana sang Shiva Tandava Stothram, a hymn of devotion. Pleased, Shiva blessed him with great power, showing that he values devotion over arrogance. Among all the gods, demons primarily worship Shiva, and there's a deep reason behind it. Unlike Lord Vishnu, who often upholds dharma and fights against adharma, Shiva does not discriminate between good and evil. He is the ultimate ascetic, detached from materialism and worldly judgment. Shiva is called Bholanath, meaning the innocent one. He is easily pleased by devotion, no matter who it comes from, be it a god, a human, or even a demon. He does not reject anyone who prays with sincerity. This is why many powerful demons, such as Ravana, Bhasmasura, and Antakasura, performed intense penance to seek Shiva's blessings. While other gods, like Vishnu or Brahma, would test devotees before granting boons, Shiva, in his compassion, often granted boons instantly. However, when these demons misused their blessings for destruction, Shiva himself, or Vishnu, had to intervene. Shiva's teachings, the supreme guru. Shiva is the Adhi Yogi, the first guru of yoga. He taught the wisdom of self-realization to the Sapta Rishis, spreading knowledge across the world. His teachings emphasize detachment, self-discipline, and the path to liberation. The eternal Shiva. Even today, millions chant Om Namah Shivaya, seeking his grace. Devotees worship him in the Shiva Linga, representing his formless, infinite nature. On Mahashivaratri, people stay awake all night, surrendering themselves to his divine presence. For Shiva is not just a god. He is existence itself. He is the silence in chaos, the destroyer of ignorance, the protector of the helpless. He is Shiva, Mahadev, the eternal force beyond time.